Godspeed to the city streets.
You groan softly as you start to wake up from the lovely dream that you were having. You didn't really want to get out of the warm and cozy bed. You looked for him around the room but couldn't find him. Suddenly you realized that balcony door was open. You put on a long sweater and tiptoed to the balcony. The air was cold, but the city was warm and full of energy. It was around 5 o'clock in the morning, and here your boyfriend Jungkook was standing in his balcony as usual. You never got why he wakes up so early, even though he has everything a big house, a huge company, which is not only famous in Seoul but is considered as one of the biggest companies in Asia. Yeah, your boyfriend is also the leader of Mafia gang. In your academic years, it was true that he was famous as bad boy of the college, but you didn't think that will be a symbol. You never thought that you will fall in love with the person who irritated you most in your academic years, and then you both started each other, and eventually he became an important part of your life. You love a lot, and you often stay, and you like to stay with him. Well, so does he. You looked at him, frowned. He was observing the city beneath him, feeling more powerful and dominant. Come inside, it's cold here, you said, putting your hands inside the long pockets of sweater. Your gentle voice knocked him out of his thoughts as Jungkook turned around to look at you. My little angel, he thought to himself, smiling at you. Jungkook stared at you from to two as he always does, even after all these 2 years for being together. It amazed him that why his nose tinted. Jungkook tucked a strand of your black shiny hair behind your ear as his eyes traveled over your face. Jungkook was very protective, and nothing was more important for him than you. You were the most important part of his life. Are you okay, Cook? You asked, looking into his dark eyes. I am fine. Let's go inside before you catch cold, he said. You nodded shyly, and then you both walked back to the bedroom. You go take a bath. Till then, I order the breakfast, he said. He smiled, noticing how your cheeks turned red after his nut. He then walked outside while you went to the bathroom for taking a shower. Few minutes into a bath, and you started to smell something burning. He said that he's gonna order the food, so there is nothing to be worried. You thought in your mind, ignoring it, you go back to the relaxing shower until the fire alarm goes off and you hear Jungkook groaning. You quickly turned off the tap and rushed to the downstairs to see a bit of smoke coming from the oven while Jungkook looking at you with a pout. You couldn't help but burst into a laughter when you saw Jungkook taking the burnt cookies out of the oven while making a slight pout. Jungkook looked at you, frowned as he put the plate on a kitchen counter and leaned towards you. You found it funny? He asked, narrowing his dark eyes. I'm sorry, I just couldn't help laughing. You said, looking at him. He let out a chuckle which made you smile. I tried to make cookies for you, but I failed, he said, looking at you with a sad pout. That's okay, you already done enough for me, you said, making him smile. Good thing is that I bought a backup, he said, and walked to the kitchen island where paper bags were placed. He opened all of them, showing your favorite cookies, cakes, chocolate, muffins, and iced Americano, your mouth wide open as you walked to him. Cook, you are the best boyfriend anyone could ask for, you said, and he let out a chuckle. No, that's not true. It's you who is the best, he said. Happy tears spilled down your face as you felt really blessed having him. Hey, don't cry. I didn't intend to make you cry, Vayani, he said, and wiped off your tears. You laughed, making him frown as it considered him but back. Let's have breakfast now, you said. After some time, you both were done having the breakfast as you washed the dishes while Jagu cleaned the table. He went to the upstairs to get ready while you were in the living room having a warm cup of coffee while using mobile phone. Suddenly your mobile phone rang. You looked at the caller ID and answered the call as it was Daisy, your best friend since you were 5 years old. Hey Daisy, what's up? You asked, placing the cup on the table. I am good, Vayani. Today I am hosting a small party in my house, so I want you to come with Jungkook. I hope your and cold boyfriend would have no problem with this, she said, giggling. Hey, don't say something about him, and yeah, we will come. You said and then cut the call as you saw Jungkook walking downstairs. Who was on the call? He asked, placing the files on the table. As he looked at you, it was Daisy. By the way, where are you going? You asked, seeing him fixing his tie. I'm going to the meeting. Don't worry, I will come soon, okay? He said, smiling at you. You nodded with a pout, and suddenly his mobile phone rang. He fetched it out from his pocket and glancing at the caller ID, he walked outside to the garden as he doesn't talk in front of you when it's something important. But he didn't let me tell about tonight's party, you said to yourself, looking at him frightened. With half heart, you picked up the coffee mug, but suddenly it slipped from your hand and fell on his important files, which made your eyes widen in shock. Oh no, you said to yourself, feeling you're amusing. You quickly got up and looked at the papers, which was stained now. Oh my, oh such. What should I do now? Why didn't I hold the cup carefully? It must be some important papers. You whined and started to panic. Taking a deep breath, you ran to the kitchen to get tissue papers. Eventually, finding it in one of the cabinets, you hurried back to the living room, only to find Jungkook sitting on the sofa looking at the stained papers. You gulped down. He looked at you and smiled as if he knew nothing about papers. Jungkook, I'm sorry. You were mumbling, looking down at the floor, but he cut you off. What are you holding in your hands? He asked, looking at your eyes. You extended your hand to him and showed him tissue papers. You started off while panic already starting in to set in again. He asked, getting up from the couch as he leaned to you. You nodded, your eyes filled with tears. Jungkook looked at you and let out a chuckle, though deep down he was feeling pain in his heart. After seeing your eyes, you were not in a state to say something as you started to cry, making him ball his hands into fist. Please don't cry, he said to himself. You were speaking out when he let out a chuckle. You looked at him, confused expressions come over to your face. The papers you ruined were already not important. I was gonna take them in the garden to burn them, so you stop crying, he said, wiping off your tears. He lied, though the papers were really important, as it was an evidence against. I know it will take him 2 weeks to get new papers. But as he said, you were nothing. No, you are lying, you said and looked at him with your puppy innocent eyes. Why would I lie? Trust me, it was just a prank, he said. You smiled, feeling at ease. Oh, Jungkook, I forgot to tell you that we are invited by Daisy. She hosted a small party in the hotel, so she wants both of us to come. You said, looking at him. It will take me some time to come back, so you go. I will join you later, he said. You nodded shyly. Time skip, you were back in your house to get ready for the party. There were all mess around your room. The clothes were scattered on the floor, some on the bed, and fell placed on top on your forehead, but still you were not able to find something nice to wear that could show. Finally, you decided to video call your friend Daisy. Hi, you said, letting out a sigh. Oh my, what happened to you? Did you throw yourself in Claw's factory? She asked while chuckling. Hey, stop laughing. Help me out to find the dress, as I'm not able to find something nice that could compliment me. You said, whining, falling yourself on the bed. Hey, please don't be sad. Let me help you. She said and asked you to rotate your camera around. You did as she said and she examined dresses carefully. That red gown which is on the floor, that shimmery one, she said, pointing at the gown. You frowned and looked at the gown as you picked it up from the floor and your eyes widened. Wow, it's so beautiful. You know, cook like this kind of dressy, you said and she groaned. Come on, he won't mind. Trust me, he would be so happy after seeing you his goodness. She said, giving you a reassuring smile. You let out a sigh, fidgeting with the ring in your finger. Okay, fine then. I'll see you soon. You said, and saying goodbye to her. You examined the dress from head to toe. You decided to leave your long hair free and then applying a red lipstick on your soft lips along with little bit of makeup. You walked to the cupboard from where you grabbed your favorite red stilettos along with matching clutch and then you left for the party. Time skipped. You were in a big hall along with Daisy. The hall was surrounded by so many people who were dancing and enjoying themselves with music blaring louder than ever. Seems like you invited your whole school and college friends. You said loudly as she couldn't understand in this much loud music. Yeah, enjoy, she said, winking at you as you both took a third glass. By the way, where is your boyfriend? He didn't show up till now, she said loudly and took a sip. Something important came up to him. He must be coming, you said. Do you remember last time when James Daisy's brother and it was seen by your friend Jungkook? He was literally stir with anger ever about him. Thankfully, you jumped in and told him that you always treated James like your younger brother. Luckily, he got confessed somehow, she said, laughing, and you forced a smile. I remember, but that was too long, you said and looked around to hide your face. Let's dance, Viney, she said, taking your hand in hers, and you both began to dance. She spun you around, making you laugh. Suddenly, Daisy came closer and whispered something in your ear. Look who is here, she said with an annoying look on her face. You turned back and saw David walking to you with a smirk. The one who had been since school time. Hey Ryan, what's up? He said, smirking at you. You looked at him with a blurry vision and let out a laugh. I'm fine, how are you? You said and your face slipped, making you fall. You both looked at each other, but soon you stood up. The thing you didn't knew that was watching you with his hands clenched. Messing up his hair, he walked towards you briskly while you smiled. As you saw him coming towards you before coming to you, he gestured David to listen to him in the corner. David went to him and Jungkook whispered slowly. Wanna have someone? He asked in his deep voice. David nodded like a small kid. You go to the balcony area. I will come soon and give you number. He whispered slowly, making David's eyes fill with smile. David ran to the balcony area while Jungkook walked to you fastly. Hey Cook, you are late as usual, you said while looking at him with a pout. Jungkook remained quiet, and then he spoke out. Enjoying yourself, he said, looking at you. You gulped, seeing his dark eyes. It's been so good far, but I missed you a lot, you said, smiling at him with your sparkling eyes. I said that, David, and you were smiling to him, he said in condensing tone. Whom? Oh, David, he used to be my friend Cook. You said, frowning at him. He smiled, but you noticed something about his expression slightly changed. You know, I don't like someone, he whispered while his eyes fully red. But you tried to speak out, but he cut you off. You won't talk to her, he said, giving you a smile. You let out a scoff, making him smile back. Jungkook looked around, messing his hair, and then he left somewhere, making you frown. Why he to be? You thought to yourself and took the time. 15 minutes passed, but he didn't come back, which made you a little anxious. You walked to Daisy and holding her hand, you dragged her to the corner. Hey, have you seen Jungkook somewhere? You asked her. She made a confused face and then, after thinking for a while, she spoke out. Did something happen? She asked before telling you. No, nothing. I was just finding him. You said, smiling a little. Oh, I guess he's in balcony. I saw him walking upstairs, she said, thanking her. You walked upstairs, making your way to the balcony. The glass doors were already open to give you best view of your boyfriend. Standing there, your eyes widened and feet frozen on the ground, so you thought to yourself, what sweat covering yourself? Jungkook, you said. To get his attention, Jungkook turned around and his eyes widened seeing you. Before he could say something, you ran away from there while tears falling down from your eyes. Jungkook messed his hair while groaning. Who sent her here? He said, reaching your bedroom on the bed and started to cry heavily. Jungkook was continuously calling you, but you were ignoring his calls. Why he had to that? Why he's like this? You said to yourself between the sobbings, you knew Jungkook loved you a lot, but what you didn't understand that was important to his lesson. Throughout his life, he was told to not forget someone who hurt his heart, his precious belongings. That's why he always tries to protect you. You grab your mobile phone and found Jungkook's 20 calls and text messages on your number. He also sent you his picture, which made you anxious as he was not looking well. What happened to him? You said to yourself. Reaching his house, you pulled the spare key out from under the mat at front door and stepped inside. You walked to the living room and your eyes widened as you were not expecting the sight in front of you. Jungkook was laying on the couch with blanket on. You could see his forehead glistening from sweat and his hair was sticking up in every direction. The heater was on, his cheeks were flushed and he looked completely exhausted. You walked over to him with teary eyes. Is this because I ignored him? You thought in your mind and walked to him. Jungkook slowly opened his eyes and looked at you frowning. Jungkook, are you okay? You asked. You are burning with high fever, Cook. You need doctor, you said, placing your hand on his heated forehead. No, I don't need doctor, he said. Time skip. You were laying on the bed while Jungkook was caressing your hair. Suddenly came in your mind. You said slowly, looking up at the ceiling. What happened? He asked politely. You know, I saw someone, you said, making up out. I know, he said, smirking internally. No, it's not you, it's someone else, you said, playing with the strand of your hair. Jungkook's eyes widened as he looked at you, shocked. Who is that? He asked, his eyes full of rage. He is Felix, your sister's son. He's so cute. You said and smiled at him. Time skip. Jungkook, you said. Sorry, little princess, he said, smiling at you.